Hello everyone, in this video we are going to show how to simulate the output of a narrow band pass filter using the Multisim tool. So for this you need an op amp, so go to place components 741, place an op amp. Then you need 5 resistors. So initially you can select any value resistor, later you can change it. So I'll select 10k. Later I'll change. Tolerance for every resistor is 0, so I'll set it initially. Now we need two capacitors of 0.01 microfarad value. So now we need the biasing voltage for the op amp. Go to place component sources DC power. Now we need ground. Now just we need to make the connections. This capacitor is connected to the output and between the two resistors. This resistor is connected to output and to pin number 2. This is the load resistor which is connected between output and ground. So for the input we need the signal generator or function generator. So positive terminal is given to the input, negative terminal is grounded. So now we need an oscilloscope to measure the means to see the output. Oscilloscope is available here. Positive is connected to the output, negative is connected to the ground. Now we need to change the resistance values. So this resistance is 95.5 kilo ohms. This resistance is 4.77 kilo ohms. This is 5.97 kilo ohms. This is 0.01 microfarad. This is also 95.5 kilo ohms. So this is 10k. This is 0.01 microfarad. So all the connections are done. So now we'll observe the output. So you can see that the output waveform is not available because the frequency which we have given is 1 Hertz. So according to the manual, the frequency which we need to give input frequency from 100 Hertz to 3 megahertz. So we need to vary the frequency from 100 Hertz to 3 megahertz to get the output waveform. So this is our circuit. We can compare it. So now we need to change. First we need to stop the simulation. Now let me keep it 10 kilohertz. So now if you observe, so now the waveform is visible. So adjust the time per division now. So you can see that the output waveform is visible. So now for so you need to take the frequencies from hundreds to 3 megahertz in steps like 100, 500, 1k, 3k, 5k up to 3 megahertz, like that you need to take in steps. And for each frequency value which you note, you need to note down the voltage. So here we have applied 10 volts peak voltage. So only wait, 10 volts peak voltage. So this is 10 volts, sorry, this is the output. So here in input we have applied 10 volts peak voltage, which means 20 volts peak to peak voltage. So here you can measure the voltage by these two lines, traces 2 and 1. So keep the trace 2 to the peak of in the crest of the wave. So you can adjust it, and keep trace 1 to the trough of the wave. So you can see T2 minus T1 is 13.32. So this is your peak to peak voltage for 10 kilohertz. So like that you can vary 10 kilohertz. Next you can take 15 kilohertz. So for that, now if you measure the voltage, it is 8.86 volts. So like this you can see now the voltage has decreased. So like this you need to take the output voltage values for different frequencies and plot the graph. So the graph will be almost similar to the amplifier graph. So how you get in the amplifier, like that only the this graph will be similar to that one. So this was about simulation of narrow band pass filter using multisim. Thanks for watching.